make my heart go ting-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah. You are my African queen, girl of my dream. You remind me of a thing, that is the African beauty. Just like the sun, light up the light, the light of my life. The only one I ever seen with a smile so bright. Just yesterday, you came around my way, changed my itinerary. It is astonishing beauty. Hey, you could have made a brother sing, an ordinary thing, a supernatural being. And no, brother, I love you just the way you are. Said you, my African queen, girl of my dreams. Hey guys, Blessing here, and how are you all doing? I thought to quickly serenade myself before we get into the video. Welcome. Welcome back. So I am bouncing back slowly. My health is, I'm recuperating, but my voice still needs to find her way back. My voice is a beautiful young girl, so she needs some time to get back to her full, But anyways, so I'm back with part 11. Who is ready for today? You guys, so I've been off now for maybe 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, I don't even know. So we might finish reading the book today. Yes, we are just on the last part of the book. We might really finish reading it today, but we might not be able to do the conclusion today. I might have to come back later in the evening for the conclusion, like the final closure of everything, like just closing the curtains. But we might also just do it tomorrow. So either tonight or tomorrow. But definitely in this video today, now, we are going to finish reading the book. Wow. Okay, wait. Let me see comments. Let me see who is here. Let me quickly remind us to follow the page. Where is it? To like the video, follow the page if you are not a follower yet, and to subscribe. Possibly you can call in. I don't know if we can call in today or later in the evening or tomorrow when we're doing the final conclusion. Then people can call in and share their thoughts on everything we've read so far. We'll see how that goes. Let me see comments. Let me see who is here. So Nancy Jane, you're the first one to comment. She says, keep up the good work. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much and welcome. Nice to have you here. Mazena is here. Omo Edowaye is here. You missed part 10. So why didn't you watch it? It's been up for, I think, 2 days. Wait, let me quickly. No, I can't check. Can I check? Let me check when I did. I think either yesterday or the day. No, I wasn't live yesterday. The day before yesterday. Let me check my page. Part 10 was 2 days ago. So you had 2 days to catch up and you didn't. Are you following my page? Do you have your notification settings on receiving all notifications from this page? How did you miss it? I want to know, like, what's happening? The pattern has been up for more than 2 days, almost 3 days now, and you missed it. But glad you're here. So after watching this, then you can still go back and watch part 10. Yes, Omo. Okay. Doris, I see you. Mommy Annie, I see you. Good morning. Mary, good morning. Anna, hi. Annette is watching from London. How are you? How is the weather out there? Good morning. Lesedi. I'm feeling better. Just the voice. The voice is refusing. And I need this voice. I need this voice, even if the face is not everything, but the voice has to work. The voice for me is more important than the face. At least pictures can do the work for us, like you see here. Okay, Annette is ready. Yay! I'm ready too. Good morning, Jocelyn. Deja Baptiste. Hello, Joanne. Good morning. Okay, you go back and watch it. Yes, after this one, just watch it. Yeah. Oh, someone says, almost says, I'm following your page and I always like and share your videos. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. But what you can also do to not miss any of my videos is you go to your notification settings for my page. So you click on my page. When you are in my page, you go to somewhere around following. You will see that you're following. Click around there. Maybe you see 3 dots. Click on it and you will see your notification settings. Then you change it like highlight, like or to all videos or something like that. Maybe I'll do a short video to show you guys how you can change your notification settings so that you don't miss anything. Oh, from Australia. Oh my God, Berio. What time is it out there? Um, mm, 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 mm. Let me see who else we have here. We have Maureen. Goedemorgen, Maureen. Hi, ben je Nederlands? Of kijk je vanuit Nederland? I think I have a Dutchie here. Mary, yes, thank you so much from Texas. Those are my people. So Annette says the weather is the usual cold and gloomy. Oh, I know, right? But summers are beautiful there. I mean, I was there, I think 2013. I was there in the summer, and oh my God, I still remember like very, very beautiful, very busy, touristic, and really beautiful. So let's just wait. Maybe some months from now, things will change. Pretty Stella, good morning. Yes, Omo, do that. Juanita, good morning. Thank you so much, Juanita. Juanita loves my videos. Thank you. Oh, 9:05 p.m. in Aussie. Yeah, Australia is 9 p.m. 9:05. Okay, so a good time for you to be here. So again, welcome to everybody. Go ahead and share the video. And we are about to just get right into it. So last time we talked about Elma possibly being the friend that was described, and we moved on to the nanny. You guys know sometimes we just revisit what we did before to just remind ourselves. So I want to play something briefly about Elma and we'll continue with the nanny. I'll play from another device. So here is Nancy talking and making reference to Elma. And develop. Where is it again? I just had it. Okay. I paid for your really? Oh, so many people. Yeah, how many places in this squad? Even the Elma that her husband is here. She don't let her tell the world what she did for you. Even the Elma, don't let her tell the world what she did for you. She was talking to Justin. So don't let Elma tell the world what Elma did for you, Justin. That's what Nancy was saying. So when Nancy was talking, she was actually talking highly of Elma, that Elma helped them when they were maybe squatting, when they needed help, when they needed money. But the book tells us otherwise, tells us that Elma was bitchy towards Cora and she acted wickedly towards Cora. So Cora and Nancy are saying two opposite things. So who is telling the truth? Because it looks like Nancy was not told about the things that allegedly happened between Cora and Elma. For Nancy, Elma helped Cora Obidi. But for Cora Obidi highlighted the things that Elma didn't do too well to her. She didn't celebrate her for saving her ass or for bringing her to a place of work where she could earn €3,000 that she contributed in birthing her daughter, but she focused more on, oh, Elma maltreated me. She acted like a girl from the Mean Girls movie. Her mom did this to me, and so many other ugly things that she wrote. And I'm like, I wonder what Nancy would be thinking in her head, thinking, oh, Elma actually did them well, but Cora is saying Elma did not, So that just also makes me feel like Cora Bidi might just be that person that when you do 99 good things for them and you do one thing that doesn't really feel too good to them, they are going to highlight that one thing and forget all the 99 good things you did for them. Yeah. So Cora Bidi is more angry about whatever Elma could have done to her than being grateful for what Elma might have done for her. Now let me play another one.
It was I got involved.
So now we are going to the nanny, and the nanny also talked about a certain best friend of Cora's at the time.
It was I got involved. I reached out to her father because her family, including her father and her best friend, I forget her best friend's name. Mom, help me out. Put it in the chat.
So her father and best friend at the time were accusing the nanny of having something or trying to snatch Cora Obidi's ex-husband. She said she forgot the name. She was doing this interview with Lola's talk show the other day, and I took part of it. And we're going to be listening to some of that and also listening to the interview she did with Katia Bellino, I believe. So she said a best friend at the time, and we know that in that period, it was Elma that Korobidi referred to as her best friend at that time. So possibly Elma was also accusing the Nancy of trying to snatch Justin away from Korobidi. And if that person the Nancy was referring to truly is Elma, I'm just like, Elma, see your life. But of course, we don't know for sure, yeah? But the possibility and the chances are there. So I'll continue to play clips from the interview with the nanny, and we're going to go back to the book and read what the book tells us.
I drove up there without my phone being on, and she paid me up front. I was paid up front, so I was able to turn my phone on. But as we got to know each other and I was in their home more, she brought that phone out. She was trying to sell things for money because she was like trying to get away, to do this plan and get away from her husband at the time. And she was like, well, I'm not using this phone. I really want to sell it, but I was telling her, I want to create content, I want to make dance videos and make visuals and put stuff out. She's like, well, I have this phone, iPhones are good quality. I know you have a phone, but you can use this and create your content. So she had given me the phone. It was a gift. And to be honest, I don't even think the phone belonged to her. I do believe it was Dr. Dean's old phone, like a phone that it was given to him. So he was like, oh yeah, go ahead, take it. So I was under the impression that it was mine when they said, here, it's yours. When she got upset with me because I would not do what she wanted me to do, but she took the phone back and demanded that I give the phone back.
Okay. So according to this story, Korobidi gave her a phone. She said she already had a phone, but Korobidi told her, hey, I know you already have a phone, but you need a better phone to create content. So you can have this, you can have this. And Korobidi, that's the nanny's story, yeah? Korobidi gave her a phone. And me, based on the Korobidi that we know, this doesn't sound like Korobidi. It doesn't sound like what Korobidi would do. Korobidi is the taker usually, not the giver. She's the receiver in most cases, not the giver. I don't imagine, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I cannot imagine Korobidi just waking up and saying, you know what, you can have it. This is my phone, have it. I don't know. I'm sorry. And we're also going to listen to the nanny, where the nanny says that the day she was leaving, Korobidi told Justin, Justin, take the phone from her, take the phone from her. And I'm like, if Korobidi gave you that phone, she wouldn't be asking Justin to take the phone. She'll be like, give me that phone back. I gave it to you, so give it back to me. I don't want you to have it anymore. Another thing, but we'll get there later. Another thing Nancy said in this video we just listened to is she doesn't even think the phone is Cora Obidi's. The phone is for Justin, not for Cora. And I'm like, really? But you collected it when Cora gave it to you. Why didn't you say, oh, you want me to have it? But are you sure it's okay with your husband? It's your husband's phone. Are you sure I can really have it? You know, you just collected it. When she gave it to you, you could collect it as hers. But when they asked you to return the phone, you are now saying in your interview that you don't think it's hers. So why are you taking somebody else's property from, from Cora Obidi? And another thing is, for me, we can say, okay, maybe things didn't really go well. Of course, we can't even say maybe. Things didn't go well between Nani and them, but we have to be honest that Nani, in many cases, was an over-sabi Nani. Let's just say it the way it is. Nani was doing too much. She was doing what a nanny shouldn't be doing in that place. One of the things, and it has to do with her mindset, and maybe it's also the way they treated her in the aspect of bringing her into their personal matters, which will definitely bring about disrespect. I mean, if I come out now today and start telling you everything about my life, oh, this is how much I earn, this is how my husband treats me or doesn't treat me, this is what goes on with my siblings, and I just tell you guys everything, maybe the level of respect you guys have for me would decrease. Maybe not also. So naturally, as humans, when you hold people at such a high esteem, you will be hearing things about them that will start to diminish the way you see them, the respect you have for them. So Nani said that Cora Obidi and Justin Dean brought their business to her, their personal, private matters. They would quarrel, and she would even be like the middleman, settling their quarrel, saying, okay, this is what we are going to agree on. This is what we are going to do. And they would be like, okay, we agree. And I'm like, come on. So already that disrespect, that thingy was already there, that she's looking at them like, you're not even my boss. She's not even, And another thing she mentioned was the phone was not for Cora, but for Justin. And I'm like, are you for real, Nanny? The husband's property belongs to the wife. They are married. You come into their home, their property is for them. Don't be helping them divide. And this one is for the man, and this one is for the woman. But when she gave it to you, you could collect it. So that mindset already was just already wrong, and that maybe influenced some of the ways the nanny was addressing Cora Obidi or talking to her that would trigger Cora to feel like, come on, I employed you, not the other way around. I employed you not to come and be policing me in my house. You can imagine that. Let's just put ourselves in that position. You guys go ahead and share the video. So I'm going to play another one.
So I drew her a bath, and it was the same night that Mr. J was asking her to leave. He was like, you're not supposed to be here. I need you to leave. And I was like, please don't ask her to leave. It's late. Where's she going to go? Can she just stay in the room with me and the child, and we'll figure out something in the morning? Next steps tomorrow. Just let her stay here with me in the room. You don't have to be here.
So Nani was begging or pleading on Cora Obidi's behalf, like, no, don't tell her to leave, let her stay here. But later, we got to understand, okay, let's read the book so that we can put it beside it. Let me see. Okay, so anyways, one night he came back and said he didn't want to see Cora's face that night, and that Cora should leave the house and go find a place to sleep. So according to the book, Justin ordered her to get out of the house, but the nanny says no, he didn't order her. They kind of like told, and he said, okay, we're gonna listen to the nanny herself so that I don't talk for her. Cora says in the book that Justin Dean ordered her to get out of the house, and she said she sat down in the car and she was trying to make calls to find where she would sleep. Eventually, she checked their joint account to see if there was money there. She found out it was empty. So allegedly, Justin Dean had wiped the entire account empty. Why he did that, no idea. So she said a friend rescued her and she went to the friend to sleep and she drank herself to sleep. And then she went back home in the morning. And so this scenario she was describing here is different from the scenario Nanny was describing. It looks like the book was telling us the final straw, the final event that happened that led the nanny to leave the house. But the one Nanny was talking about was before, I believe, because the nanny was pleading for Cora not to leave. And the book is telling us of a period when Cora actually left and came back home, and the nanny was asking her, does Justin know you are here? So I can't imagine that the nanny that was begging for you the night before for you to sleep in the house would still be questioning your presence in the home the very next morning. Yeah. So it looks like two different occasions. Anyway, she said she went back home in the morning and Nanny was already using her phone. Oh my God, I'm going to decline for a minute. Okay, the nanny was already using her phone. According to the nanny, it was Cora that gave Nanny the phone. So she went back in the morning and Nanny was already using her phone. And the nanny asked her if Justin said he could come back home. Nanny confirmed it that when Cora came back, she asked Cora, and that's another oversabi attitude. You don't do that as a nanny. You don't question your boss. Your madam and your oga, they had a disagreement as a couple, a married couple. Even if the man told her to leave home for 1 week, like go, just stay out of the house for a week. If she comes back that same day, you have no right to question why she is back that day. It's none of your business. You mind the business that brought you to that house, and that's the child. What the husband told the wife, what she did with what he told her, is not for you to be the police of. That's where the nanny really. The nanny also said actually during the interview that they were invading her space, bringing their business to her, but you were also invading their space, interrogating them about how they are going about their business. And I hope the nanny learns from all the mistakes. And that's why I always love people to just say the truth. When you see something that is not right, put yourself in that place. How would you feel if this was your nanny doing this to you? When you see that the nanny has done wrong, tell her so that she can learn from it, so that when she goes somewhere else, she doesn't go there with this same character or with the same behavior or whatever she did with Cora and Justin. Yeah. So for me, those are the places I feel like, no, she should not have done that. You don't go about doing stuff like that. So she said the nanny proceeded to call Justin, pacing back and forth, like trying to get hold of Justin. And she said June completely ignored Cora Obidi when Cora Obidi came back home to the house. So she said at that point, she told her family members and her elders in the village, and they started to sever spiritual ties with Justin. Like spiritually, they started to distance whatever connection they had with him. So she said they were all done with him at that point in time. But she refused to leave. Cora Obidi refused to leave the relationship again. So she said eventually the nanny left. So the nanny left, and the nanny threatened to call the cops for child negligence. So I'm going to play some other things that the nanny said to see if we can match that up.
Called CPS. What I did tell her though is because of my position working in education and as a nanny, the things I was seeing, technically I am a mandated reporter. So when I'm seeing things that bring harm to a child, I have to report it. I did not report anything because I was on my way out and I didn't want to cause more problems for them. But I did tell her, I was like, you guys keep this up, I'm going to have to report you guys to CPS because it's not healthy for your child. It's not healthy at all. And I worry about the child's well-being and her betterment and like her mental state, you know, because she's had to endure so much. There's things that, yeah, there's a lot there.
Okay, so she said When she, as a nanny, sees things that could potentially bring harm to the child, she is mandated to report. And she also said towards the end of the video that she was also caring for Korobidi's well-being. That Korobidi was, she looked like she had endured so much. She was not in a very good place. And this message from Nanny tells me that possibly there was violence. There were things that happened in the house that the nanny didn't want to go into details on, especially when she mentioned that if she sees anything that could bring harm to the child, she should actually report. Again, Cora described so many occasions of violence, of abuse, physical abuse, of aggression, of verbal abuse. From this nanny's interview, I can tell that many of those things possibly happened. The only place I'm like, we don't think Robert is telling us the complete story of those aggressive moments. How did they come about? What was your role that you played in it? Korobidi only spoke about what Justin did, but she didn't really tell us what she did, how she contributed to it, for example, you know. And that is also uh, like painting the man alone to be the abuser and the monster. But Nani also said that Kora Obidi had endured a lot. So Kora Obidi was going through things. Yeah. So clearly things happened in the house. Things happened. The only thing that I am feeling like, if things really happened and Nancy and Cora say they have proof, why are they not coming forward with the proof for us to really know what happened? So again, I don't think Justin is 100% innocent. I don't think so. I mean, innocent of maybe some of the allegations. I don't think so. The nanny saw things that she didn't go into in the interview. And I also don't think Cora Obidi is a saint either. I don't think she's also 100% innocent. She's the one that wrote the book, and the book fell 100% against Justin. Maybe if Justin would also bring out his book, it would also fall 100% against Cora Obidi. So let's not just judge only on the book that is against Justin. We should just tell ourselves that things must have happened, and it takes two to tango. It takes two. Hmm? Okay, I'm going to play some other ones, but from another device. So in the meantime, go ahead and share the video.
Develop over the years, you know without a doubt, this man loved this woman, and he was heartbroken. He was devastated, and he did not know what to do. He really wanted to.
So you guys heard the same nanny said Justin was heartbroken. He was devastated. He didn't know what to do. Heartbroken about what? Devastated about what? I don't know an abuser that would be the one that would be heartbroken. I mean, they could both be abusers. That's where I'm driving at. Korobidi felt abused by him. Maybe he also felt abused by her. Maybe there were things she also did to him that she didn't tell us in the book. Nani is a third party here who lived with them for 2 weeks, approximately, telling us that Justin was devastated. The same way Nani told us Korobidi endured some things in that relationship. So she went through things. The same nanny, you can tell the nanny wasn't really trying to take sides. Otherwise, she wouldn't have told us that Korobidi was enduring stuff. Enduring stuff the husband might have been doing to her. The same way the husband was devastated, heartbroken. Why? What did Cora do? And you guys know that this was around the period that Cora Obidi and Justin came back from Africa. After, Cora left after psychiatric treatment, went to Africa. Justin joined him. The father begged him. Then both of them decided, okay, we can, make this work. They went back to the US. Then they got a nanny. Yeah, from, everything we are trying to calculate the period in which all of this happened, got a nanny. And I'm like, why would he still be devastated and heartbroken after they returned from Nigeria? What happened? Did something happen in Nigeria? Did Kora Obidi do something in Nigeria that made her father go on his knees begging? They went back together, but why was he still heartbroken when they went back? I don't know. Okay, let me play the rest.
Make things work. To make things work and save his marriage, and so asking her to leave was trying to help himself because he could not fathom and figure out how to be with her in the same vicinity as him.
She said he could not fathom how he could be with her together in the same vicinity. This still sends me a message that Kora Obidi might have really done something disgusting to Justin, or Justin might have found out something disgusting about Kora Obidi that he just feels like, I cannot be with you in the same house. Like, just figure it out, go somewhere else so that I don't have to see you. Go, from this explanation, right?
Same vicinity as him. So that's why he had asked her to leave just for a night. She wasn't getting kicked out. She wasn't being put out on the street. None of that. He had an agreement that he would set her up in an Airbnb that was affordable, all kind of stuff. There was a whole plan. And somehow it just didn't work out that way.
Okay, so last time I was here, I was saying, no, it's wrong for Justin Dean to tell the wife to go sleep somewhere else. The man should be the one to go sleep somewhere else. But from this explanation, you guys see why we always need to hear different sides of the story. The book tells us that she was ordered out of the house, which I just feel is unheard of. And Nancy telling us, no, it was like an agreement between them that, okay, you go for the night. And I'm also like, if truly he ordered her, like sent her out, sent her packing the way the book describes, then she wouldn't just really go back the next morning. So it was like, truly, I just think it might really be an agreement between them. Like, okay, you know what, just for us to both clear our minds, you go sleep somewhere. And she agreed to it. And the next morning, she came back home. So if she was thrown out, they will be talking about, okay, so I'm coming to pick the rest of my things because you threw me out. But she went back home. That was her home. She still had the keys to the house. When they throw you out, you don't take the keys along. They change the lock before you get back. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to play another one.
What I can say is I was a mediator in multiple conversations where they had an agreement that she would leave and he would help her find an apartment for herself until they could figure out their next steps. I don't know what happened in between time, but that's not what happened.
So it sounds like a relationship whereby both people already tell themselves, you know what, we can do this. One of us has to leave. And Justin was paying rent. For those saying, oh, he was using her money to pay house rent. Now he has to move out because he can no longer pay. He can no longer take her money. If Kora Obidi was paying the rent, I don't think he would really have that boldness to tell her, you have to, we'll figure it out. We find another place. So it was more like a conversation. And for me, that is acceptable if they can both agree on, okay, one of us should leave. Let us stay separately. Let us stay apart. Yes, that one, I can really live with that. But I cannot live with, I have a disagreement with my partner or an argument and he tells me to get out. Like, no. To where? When you return my, or when my father returns the bride price to you and we separate, we divorce, then you will be talking about me getting out. As long as you're in the relationship, the man, if you still know that you want the relationship to continue, but maybe because for the sake of peace, you want there to be peace for that moment while you guys are quarreling, you can leave as the man. But you can get to a place that you feel like, okay, this thing is not working between us. One of us has to go. Let's decide. Okay, now they agree. Kora Obidi is going on. That one is, it can happen. And she was earning at the time, according to Kora. And Nancy, they said she started to earn in 2021. And this description from Nani and from the book looks like from 2021. So she's an adult if she cannot, so let me say, if she cannot be submissive to her husband the way he would expect, if he cannot tell her what to do, if she cannot regard him as a husband, respect him, to please him or do things that are pleasing to him, that he has to be watching other men drew over his wife on social media, not many men can live with that. Not many men can accept it. Do you understand? So if she feels like, no, I'm too independent, I'm a free bird, I want to live my life, nobody should tell me what to do, they can both agree to go their separate ways. So for me, I don't really see much of a problem with that. Let me play this one.
To dawn, if I'm working from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., I'm gonna need a break. I can't keep. Okay, yeah, I was getting yelled and cussed out because I had asked her to come home on my day off. Doctor.
Okay, now she's describing another situation, and this was the final fight Nani had with Coral Bidi. What led to that fight?
Or got called into work. That was my day off. I was in my room doing things for my personal self, right? He came in a little frantic. He was, I'm so sorry. He's like, I have a call for work. Cora's not back yet. Do you mind watching the child? I didn't mind, but I did think it was odd that she would not come home and watch her child.
Another bad thing Nani did. Nani is an oversabbing nanny. Disrespectful nanny. You don't do that. Nani said that one day Korabidi was not home. Maybe she went to the studio, maybe she went to visit friends, we don't know. She was not home. And it was Nani's free day. It was on a Sunday. Then Justin came to the room and told her, oh, I'm so sorry. I have to go to work, not like an emergency, he's a doctor, or unexpectedly he had to go to work. And he told the nanny, like, please, do you mind watching June? And the nanny said, actually, I didn't mind, but I found it odd that she wouldn't come home. And I'm like, really? What a disrespect. That is wrong. When you go work somewhere else, don't do this. Do not do it. It's better you tell Oga, please, I don't want to work. This is my free day. So if you know you didn't mind, it wasn't a problem. Why were you calling Kora Obidi on the phone to come home? Since you already know, okay, I don't mind, I can watch the child. It's like trying to poke her, trying to teach her a lesson. Oh, you should be a better mom. Your husband has to work, and I find it odd that you're not home to look after your child. Like, okay, I'm going to play some of that again.
For work. Cora's not back yet. Do you mind watching the child? I didn't mind, but I did think it was odd that she would not come home and watch her child. And so I texted her. I was like, hey, it's my day off. Your husband has to go to work. I need you to come home and watch the baby.
That is looking for trouble. Because you already told the man you don't mind. Why still go ahead and be calling her? You should let the husband call his wife that, look, the nanny is here, but today is her free day. Can you come home and watch the baby? But since the husband didn't do that, he asked you because you were there and you said you didn't mind. Why were you still calling her to come home? You were looking for trouble. You were trying to be like, like poking her, like, I don't know, but it's just, no, it's not good. And you were there in their house doing all of this.
She's like, no, that's what you're there for. You can do it. And she got really nasty. And listen, I flipped.
So we don't know the tone Nani used when Nani told Kora Obidi. But Nani said Kora Obidi was rude to her, like, it's your job, you should do it. We don't know how you told her. You already sound like, oh, I didn't mind, but I found it odd. So you already called her in that mood of, oh my God, it's so odd that she can't come home. Like you were her auntie or something. So you called her in that mood. So she also gave it back to you.
I flipped. Because I was like, hey, what is this now? Like, you're not keeping your end of the bargain. We had an agreement. You please come home. And so she really started to hit below the belt. And
truly, Nani might be right that, okay, this is not our agreement. We are, this is supposed to be my free day, Sunday. Cora Obidi was not home, but the husband was home looking after the child. So if we have to be honest, Cora didn't do anything wrong. Cora was out, Nani was living there, husband was looking after the child. So it was the husband who asked Nani for help, extra help. So it was up to Nani to tell husband that, oh God, this is my free day. I don't want to do this. And then case closed. Then the husband would then go to Madame, to Cora, and say, look, Nani cannot work extra for us. Please come home and look after the child. There wouldn't have been any problem. But Nani took it upon herself. And that is where the oversabi comes in. Which she could have just looked after the child because she said she didn't mind. But just because she wanted maybe to look for trouble or to act like, Cora was not a good mom or something, she picked her phone, called Cora, and it escalated. Let me
be disrespectful and sorry. What is this now? Like, you're not keeping your end of the bargain. We had an agreement. You please come home. And so she really started to hit below the belt and be disrespectful and started yelling at me. Oh, she finally came home, but she came in. I was on the phone with my mom. She came in screaming at me. She pointed her finger. She was like, you gave your word, and like storming up at me. And I was like, like, I'm not doing this. So I immediately went upstairs to my room and I started packing my stuff and I started to leave. And in that process, she was screaming at me. She was yelling at Mr. J. She was saying all kind of things. And then she kept telling him to take the phone. She was like, get that phone. Get that phone. That's not her phone. Get that phone. And so it was really traumatic. I was like, I have to leave.
So initially, Nani told us that it was Cora who gave Nani the phone. But now we hear her say Cora was telling Justin to take the phone. Looks like Justin gave her the phone. I don't know, I might be wrong. But maybe Cora was telling Justin, take that phone you gave her. Take that phone back. It's not hers. Take it. Do you guys understand? And again, Cora doesn't just strike me like someone that would just wake up and give someone else a phone when the person has a working phone. The phone wasn't working when Nani got to the house, but they paid her upfront. She repaired the phone and the phone started to work. She said, then later, Cora said, oh, you can have this one for better quality videos. I don't just see it happening with Cora. I'm sorry. I don't think so. If she didn't have any phone at all, I might say, okay, maybe she really felt sorry. But someone had a phone working, and Cora still said, I have this one in addition to the one you're using. I don't see it happening like that. But anyways, we don't know. Let me play another one.
I was not taking over home. I didn't even have my own space. I was brought to that home under the impression I would have my own room. The room would have a bed, all kind of stuff. I got there, I shared a room with the child. I did not have a bed. I slept on a mattress topper with a blue sheet on the floor.
I slept on a mattress topper with a blue sheet on the floor. I've seen comments of people saying that the nanny was brought in because CPS had ordered that Cora Obidi couldn't be left alone with the child, allegedly. Cora hasn't told us that is the case, and I don't think Justin has told us that is the case. And I don't know how people came to that conclusion. Nani also didn't say that she was there because of CPS. She said she was there because Cora had to go on tour. And I'm like, if we have to go by what Cora and if we have to go by what Cora told us, she brought in a nanny so the quarrel would end. Hold on. Sorry. Cora told us, according to the book, that she brought in a nanny so that the verbal abuse would reduce. And I'm like, you bring in a nanny to come and live with you. You're putting a mattress topper. Oh my God. A mattress topper on the floor. Mattress topper is what? Okay, we have a mattress topper on the box spring. It's not something you just sleep on the floor. It's not a mattress. It's just something you put on a mattress. With a blue sheet. The nanny still remembers the blue sheet. Maybe for 2 weeks, that blue sheet was not replaced, the bed sheet, you know, I don't know. But I'm like, you want a nanny to come and live with you. If that's the reason, they brought in a nanny to come and live with them for, tour, because she wanted to go on tour. You don't have provision for a nanny. Who does that? It doesn't make sense. Anyways.
She did not tell me. She told me she had a bed with sheets and everything. That was not true. Even to the point where she told me that she didn't have any clothes. She was like, yeah, he kicked me out. I didn't have any of my clothes. I don't have anything to wear. I gave her my clothes to wear.
You see where most of the disrespect came from. So the disrespect nanny showed towards Korabidi. So I don't really 100% blame the nanny. Korabidi gave herself like that to the nanny. Some of the disrespect came because Justin was gossiping Cora to Nanny. And Cora was also gossiping Justin to Nanny. Cora and Nanny started to have issues when Cora started to feel like Nanny was taking sides with Justin. So apart from Justin gossiping Cora to Nanny, Cora was also allegedly borrowing clothes from domestic staff. Oh Jesus, I don't even know how to qualify that one. So that one would also, I wouldn't respect you. No, hell no. I'm working for you and you're wearing my clothes. You don't deserve respect. So that's why I'm not going to fully blame the nanny.
Wear. My clothes to wear so that she could have clothes. She actually was wearing my shoes. She had on my shorts to the point where my mother and my friends were messaging me, asking me, is this girl wearing your clothes? Is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? They're like, why is she wearing your stuff? And I'm like, oh, well, she told me she didn't have any clothes. And they were like, that's weird. That's weird behavior. That's not normal. And she actually does have clothes. I've seen her closet. It's a beautiful closet. She makes her own clothes as well.
She makes her own clothes as well. Let me see. Let me glance in the comments. Okay, you guys can. Someone, Leslie says, blessing respect is earned. True. All right, let's continue to read. So she said the nanny eventually left and she threatened to call the cops for child negligence. So she said she then started to go live often to reduce the abuse. That's what she said. But if I look at her lifestyle now with going live, even after the divorce, the reason she was going live often was just not to reduce the abuse. It's just because she is maybe addicted to going live. Okay? Because even now, Justin is not there abusing her, but she still goes live very, very often, like a lot, even when her kids are there. Or are her kids also abusing her? So if you're just going live often for yourself or to make money, you're doing it for yourself. Don't put it on another person. You don't have to always blame someone else for your choices. Let me see. Okay. She said then things started to get better between them. And then she got pregnant again. Wow. Okay. Nanny left. She started going live often. And then she got pregnant. Okay. And then she started her pregnancy journey and she started to earn big. She was really earning big. So the big money started coming in when she got pregnant with Athena. She was maybe earning already a bit, before in her pregnancy, but the big money really came with the pregnancy videos and eventually the birth video. Yeah. And she said her father advised her to open her own account where she could be putting her own money. Wow. Let me drink something before I talk on that. Okay. You guys, when they started to suspect the nanny, and she would come back and find the nanny dancing for the husband, she told her family, and according to her, they started to sever ties with him spiritually. But she continued to stay. But later, things started to get better. She even got pregnant and was earning money with pregnancy. But what did father say? Father told her, better go and be putting down your money somewhere else, away from your husband. So father is also a contributing factor why that marriage didn't survive. Which father encourages their daughter not to share with their husband? If this is true, if father really told her, because these days I cannot believe anything anyone says, but let's just pretend this is true, yeah? Which father encourages their daughter to be living a separate life from their husband? If you want your daughter not to be there or not to share with him, then do the right thing and return the bride price and say, okay, this is over. My daughter, don't be there. Live your life, make your money, save your money to yourself. I would understand that. But your daughter is still with that man inside the same house, and you're telling her to hide her money, to be using him. He should continue to pay the bills, continue to treat her as a wife, but you are teaching your daughter not to act like a wife. So father also contributed to the problem, if this is true. Okay? Because according to Korah, things were getting better. She got pregnant. So why was father still? That means, in my interpretation, that means to them, the marriage was over. To Korah Obidi's family, and maybe to Korah Obidi also, the marriage was over. But Korah Obidi had to stay there to get what she needed to get. To them, in their hearts, in their mind, they already severed spiritual ties with him. They already know that, okay, you're just there physically, but inwardly, spiritually, you're no more there. So be hiding your money until you get what you want and you are able to leave. That's how I am interpreting it, which is a shame. Okay, so father told her, open your own bank account where your earnings will be deposited. She said Justin didn't like that, and he forced her to send her paycheck monthly to him. That the government needed him to pay his student loans as soon as possible. So that is what the book says, that Justin wasn't happy with that decision to be putting her money elsewhere. And Justin told her or forced her to be sending the paycheck. Whenever Facebook pays us, they send us like a remittance slip or something where we see how much we've been paid for that month or we will be paid. I think they always send it before payment. So before they eventually pay, they will send us that receipt. We will see, oh, we are expecting this amount this month. So he forced her, allegedly, to be sending the receipts to him. And then one day, he screamed at her till she transferred $10,000 to him. I'll take another break if I talk on that. So, throughout this entire story, Korobidi told us the first $3,000 she made on the streets of LA, she used it to pay for her baby's birth, yeah, which was actually $9,800, but she had 3,000. So I suspect Justin paid the remaining 6,800, which there is nothing wrong with that. I told you guys that before. Nothing wrong in you joining money together with your husband to pay for your child's birth. Nothing wrong with that. That's the first time she talked about using her money. The second time was when she said the joint account was wiped out. She didn't tell us how much was in that account. But we know that she was already earning money in that period. Maybe not too much because she wasn't pregnant then. The nanny was still there. But she was earning something small, maybe not too much, like I said, but something. So her money might have been there. He wiped it allegedly. That's the second time. Now, the third time is now saying that he screamed at her till she transferred $10,000 to him for the student loan, I guess. Yeah, because he was already talking about student loan. And we know that this student loan is over $250,000. Wife now helped Oga, or wife helped husband with 10,000 out of 250,000. Wow, how very appropriate. Wow, how excellent. Wow. My husband doesn't need to shout and scream at me before I give him 10,000 if I have so much. Do you understand? That already shows the kind of wife Korobidi was to the husband. Korobidi was securing her money because her family had advised her to secure her bag. The perfect recipe for disaster in a marriage. You want your marriage to crash quickly. Start behaving like this with your money in your marriage. Everybody might want to blame Justin, but we are seeing the things that no wife should do that Kora Obidi did in that marriage. Kora Obidi had money. She was making money. She was pregnant. And let me see. She said she was, let me see if she said when this was. Okay, no, not yet. So she was making money. And she had 10,000. And she had to wait for the husband to scream before she could transfer 10,000 to the husband. If you're together in it, like really genuinely with your husband, you're into it as a team for the furtherance and the progress and success of your marriage in every aspect, romantically, financially, in every aspect you can think of. You would even be saying, okay, what problems do we have in this home? We have to pay off your student loans. Let's make a plan. Now I'm making money. Maybe every month I would give 5,000 towards that. What other things do we have to settle in this home? What needs to be done? As a wife, you have that money. What do you want to do with the money as a married woman? I'm not saying married women shouldn't have their money, but I mean, you're securing it like there's something you just need that money for outside of your husband. So you were not even behaving like a married wife, even when you were married to him, waiting maybe to get your green card. That already is bad. So if you were just that willing wife, cooperating wife, he didn't need to scream at you to help him. How about all the help he offered you before you started to make money? Bringing you to the US, number one, which he didn't do it for you alone. He did it for himself also because you were his companion when you came. You both were together. You had 2 children. You had beautiful times together. Not only for you, of course, but you know the benefits for you having a green card, being in the US. And next time I come back, we will talk about the benefits for Kora Obidi, according to Kora's words. How grateful she was when she got her green card. She forgot all about that. And she hid her money, not even thinking, oh, this man has really upgraded my life, uplifted me, given me opportunities, or brought me into a place where I'm exposed to so many opportunities to have wings to fly. I'm grateful to him. Let me see how we can better each other's lives. No, Cora was hiding her money. Bad. If you're a woman out there, don't be like Cora. The analyst said so. Unless you're ready to be a divorcee, don't be like Cora. I'm going to see if I can grab a charger because my phone is low and we are going to be rounding off soon. But I want us to finish this book. I promised you guys we'll finish it before this video ends, but it looks like, no, my God, no. No, let me go upstairs. Let me get a charger. I don't think we can finish it. Oh my God, I can't believe this. But anyways, we might come back later in the evening. Okay, I'm upstairs now. We might finish it later in the evening because we're already 1 hour into the video. And I don't want to stay here long. Oh my God, I left my cup of tea down. Okay. And then she said when she was 4 months pregnant. So due date of Athena was February 2022. So she might have gotten pregnant around, you guys should help me. I'm terrible with this one. She might have gotten pregnant with Athena around May. Yeah. She might have gotten pregnant with Athena around May 2021 after the nanny left, because the nanny said she was there around March 2021. So let's say she got pregnant around May 2021, and then when she was 4 months pregnant, so that would be around September, right? So she was like 4 months pregnant around September 2021. She said he then removed her as admin on Instagram after she had grown his page to over 100,000 followers. Are you guys following? So she used to be admin to his page on Instagram. And then when she was 4 months pregnant, around September 2021, just a month before Athena was born, he removed her as admin on Instagram after she already grew that Instagram page to over 100,000 followers. Anyway, I don't know if it was that Instagram page or another page. She said she then retaliated. She also removed him as admin. Competition. Eh? That is not the woman a man is tying down. She knows how to fight for herself. She knows. So all the things she wrote in the book of he was doing this, he was doing that, I would just sit down and take it all. She doesn't strike me like that person. She said she retaliated. She also removed him as admin. I think, but he refused. But he refused maybe to. Okay, but he refused. And then after monetization, she sent $40,000 towards his student loans. She said that was all she had at the time. This girl, okay. So initially she sent 10 and now she sent 40. So in total, she sent 50 towards his student loans. And we know that the student loans again is $250,000. So she helped him pay 50 allegedly out of it. I don't see anything wrong in it. If you have it, why not? As a wife, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind. And everybody might not be the same as me. But the only place I would mind is if that man is not treating me right. My $1 will not go to that man. But if we have a normal marriage, mutual respect, love, understanding, I don't mind even paying everything. I don't mind. So she paid 50 according to the book out of 250. She said that was all she had at the time. And then when she was 4.5 months pregnant, she and June joined him in the Dominican Republic. So he was there for work and they joined him there. And she said they had intercourse as, a couple now. They had, sexual intercourse. They slept together and he gave her STDs. Oh my God. And then he gave her antibiotics and blamed it on the hotel pool. We are going to stop this video here because tomorrow I'm going to play something for you guys. A video Cora Obidi and Justin Dean did in 2021. She is claiming here that Justin Dean gave her STD. That's a big allegation. In other words, she's saying or insinuating that Justin Dean was sleeping with other people, having unprotected sex with other people in the DR, and he transferred that because STDs are sexually transmitted diseases. So he transmitted it sexually to her. He blamed it on the hotel pool. She said he gave her STDs. I'm going to play something for you guys tomorrow where we would hear, hold on. Where we would hear Justin and Cora Obidi narrating their China chronicles. Before Justin started to date Cora Obidi in China, he was dating other black girls. Yep. And during that video, people asked him how, if Cora Obidi was the first one. He said no. He had dated other black girls, but he didn't stay with them because they didn't want to have safe sex. They wanted him to sleep with them without a condom, maybe just to have his baby. So when Justin Dean was single, nobody to be accountable to, no other responsibilities. He was just a single man, free to date anybody and sleep with anybody. He was insisting on protected sex. How much more when he got married, had a wife, had a daughter, he would then go out there and have unprotected sex and pass on a disease to his wife. We're going to play that video tomorrow and we'll hear. So this accusation of passing STDs to her, look, I'm not saying Justin maybe didn't do anything there. I'm not saying so. But this particular one, this is a doctor who knows the risks of having unprotected sex. But again, I always like to play things for us to know where I'm headed to, which I will do either tonight or tomorrow. I'll come back and play. So I do not believe that he gave her STDs due to having unprotected sex, because he had already refused so many people. He had broken up with other girls because they wanted to have unprotected sex with him before he met Cora Obidi. So why would he then suddenly start to have unprotected sex after meeting and marrying Cora Obidi? We'll find out later in the evening or tomorrow. So I'm so sorry I didn't keep to my promise. I said we'd end or finish this book today, but we are almost there. We're almost there. We're going to finish it soon. So let me read comments before we round up. Thank you, Juanita. Just says, a doctor knows the risk of unprotected sex. Someone says, wow, coming from the same woman that cheated in Nigeria when she was married. And Cora Obidi didn't even tell us if she practiced safe sex with that married man. She didn't tell us if she used a condom. We don't know. Someone says, I bet Cora and Nancy removed most of this chapter after they realized he has actually got a strong case to sue for defamation. I don't know if they did, but I have the first and original copy. Yep, I do. The first and original copy immediately after release. Yep. So even if they change it, they edit it, because I have the Kindle version, the digital version, which can be edited. They can edit it and remove stuff, and they cannot edit the printed version because that one is a book. Once it's sent out, it's gone. But this one online, they can change it, they can delete it, they can, but the analyst got the original one with everything inside. Yeah, with all the grammatical errors as well. Someone says, Justin show us he's still paying off that loan. Well, she said she gave him 50,000 out of it. So he still has to pay some money because he was already paying some. before, but the total was 250,000. So it's not like she paid everything. No, she only gave him part of it. Someone says, then what really was mentioned about the marriage and divorce? It looks like there's only few words about the marriage and nothing more. Thank you, Mazena. And this is going to be part of our conclusion. Nothing, not much. What is this book? I still call it a book of confusion. So what happened? If someone asks you now, why did you break up? Oh, I broke up because, well, she's going to have a good reason to say, just the same way she said in the book, because she would say because she was abused physically and verbally. But every time you were abused, you kept staying and you kept staying and you kept getting pregnant and you kept getting pregnant. And he eventually left. He walked out. He called you out, disgraced you on social media before you filed for divorce. And guess what, you guys? We will get there. She filed for divorce when he left home. And I think he was asking her to pay part of the rent because she was still there in the house. He was staying with a friend. According to the book, that was when she knew, oh my God, I need to get a lawyer. So she didn't leave because she was abused. She didn't divorce him because she was abused. So how do I believe that you were suffering under the stronghold of Justin? Why didn't you run? Why didn't you leave? Why did you have to wait to be asked to pay before you left? You're not serious. Do you understand? So exactly what does this book tell us about the divorce, about the marriage, about what exactly? Because she rushed through this book, written in 2 weeks. No weight. The book doesn't carry weight. It's not an excellent book. It's just a gossip book. Let me gossip about that man. Tell them how horrible and awful he is, so that people can maybe hate him and call him a devil and a demon. That's why she wrote the book, and maybe make some few bucks quickly. She hyped the book, promoted it, insulted the man, so that people will think, oh my God, there is so much coming out about this man in the book. Nothing came out. It's just gossip. You're gossiping him because you didn't show me proof that he really did what you're claiming he did. So I cannot believe you. I'm sorry. You wrote a story. It might be true. It also might not be true. I can't do anything with this story. I can call Justin out based on your story. If you had included proof, yes, definitely. The whole world would call him out because we don't want men abusing women. But now we have nothing. We have nothing. We have a book that made you money. Congratulations. So we are getting to the end of the book. Just imagine. So what does this book now tell us? What did we learn about this book? What is the essence of writing this book? You're writing it for your daughters. Wow. Let's just ask, what is the essence of this book? What was her main reason writing these stories that we're just going back and forth on? Anyways, someone says, in a marriage, you share. Yep. And when you know you're no longer willing to share, leave that marriage. You can't be there for your own selfish interest. Oh, let me just stay so that I get what I'm looking for. And once I get it, I'll leave. That's what I suspect she was doing. She was done with the marriage. She was done, but she was still there, not to lose on all sides. And the sister told her, if anything happens, your children will suffer. Better stay and grab, well, the better stay is my own. Better stay and grab what you need, that green card. When you get it, you move. The father was already scheming with her, like, go put your money somewhere else, stash your money up away from him. Who does that? The same father that knelt down to beg the man is the same one that still told her, go and hide your money somewhere. That's a very shameful family, if I have to judge by the things they did. If he's no longer good for your daughter, tell him to go. Return his bride price. Tell your daughter to get out of there. You are encouraging her to stay in abuse, alleged abuse, and pretend to still love him and continue to do her things secretly and outside of him. That's just shady. That's shady. It's not straightforward. Just deceiving the man when you were already done with him. Patiently waiting to get your green card. We will play that video later when I come back, where she was really happy she got her green card. All right. So I want to thank all of you again, like I always do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing the video. If you didn't share it, go ahead and do. I see new people joining, but we are just rounding off. But we'll come back later. Follow this page so that you don't miss it when we come back or when I just upload a new video. And very soon, I'm going to upload a new video in the private group. And if you guys are wondering what this picture is about, yeah, this is the picture I used for my tour announcement. We are going on tour. We're going to 3 countries. We're going to Mallorca. Mallorca is not a country, it's in Spain. It's an island in Spain. We're going to Spain. We are going to Italy. We are going to the UAE. We're going to Dubai, to be specific. Yep. Because this year I'm going to clock 40. Yep. And I want to celebrate it big, in a big way, in a grand style. Just traveling, just doing what I love. And traveling is my passion. I reduced traveling after I gave birth to my first baby. Like before then, I would travel like 2 to 4 times a year. Every year I would travel. But after my baby, I still traveled for some years, and now it has really reduced. But I'm like, once this baby clocks 1, I'm going back to that travel life. So yes, this year, going to 3 countries to celebrate my 40th. If you guys want to follow that journey with me, go and follow my other page. If you're watching this video and you know my other page, please type it in the comment section. That is Blessing Njoh Personal Vlogs. Go ahead and hashtag. No, not even hashtag. Do the @ sign, and Blessing Njoh Personal Vlogs. Just type my name out in the comments so that people can see the page and follow it. So you follow all the journeys, all the travels, and see how I celebrate my birthday. Although the actual birthday itself might be in the Netherlands, I will be in Dubai in October, but my birthday is on the 1st of October. And I just realized that my kid will be in school in that week. So the journey might actually be during his vacation, which is around maybe the 14th of October. So we'll see. I might not go to Dubai on the 1st, but maybe somewhere along in October, somewhere there in October. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys know. Let me see if you guys are tagging the page. Yes, thank you, Rosa. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. So Rosa Carter just dropped the name of my page. Click on it and go follow it. And yes, I'll see you guys later. Please share the video, give it a thumbs up, follow this page, subscribe to this page, and join my membership on YouTube so that you don't miss anything. We do some very, very cool stuff in there, which I'm going to drop a video very soon. Not sure if it will be today or tomorrow, but I'll let them know in the group. Thank you all once again. See you guys later in the evening. I remain Blessing Njoh, the analyst, and I will catch you all on my next one.